Okay, so one really easy, non-technical way that you can optimize your website and everything else is by choosing more effective words to describe whatever it is that you do. If you do courses, if you write blog posts, whatever it is. So I do this almost religiously now because it really does make a big difference. And please do click on the resources tab in this lecture because I'm going to give you a great blog post / article that talks about how it's backed up by research that more emotional words and more powerful words that you use in your titles and your blog posts, you're more likely to get shared on social media and have your posts go viral, which then means more traffic for your website, which means more sales, clicks, engagement, and followers for you. So it all kind of comes full circle. So right now I'm on my Udemy profile page, and just to show you some of the course titles that I've come up with by using a very handy tool, also will be available in the resources tab in this lecture, from coschedule.com, their headline analyzer tool. So many of my courses, when I originally put them up, especially my early ones, let's see, my first course was Life Hack with Color Psychology. It's now Life Hack with Color Psychology, Increase Your Influence. But it used to be called Life Hack with Color Psychology, Increase Your Impact. And by using my headline analyzer tool, I realized that actually it was more effective to even just change the word impact to influence. It gave me a higher score, and therefore people were more likely to be interested in my title and actually see what the heck I had to say. So changing around your titles, it's not voodoo or magic. You're not trying to con anybody. People online especially, they don't have a lot of time. They only spend about 7 seconds on average on any given web page. So if you're offering something, be it a blog post, be it a course, be it a product, you better choose words that are going to get people interested and actually want to click and learn more. So that's really half the battle right there. So these are some of the titles that I've put through the headline analyzer tool. So for example, this WordPress course is now WordPress in 1 hour, quick and easy essentials for beginners. With my courses, I also make sure that I'm using appropriate keywords that are going to show up in search engine optimization. When people are looking for things, that the most appropriate keywords are going to send them to my course. But then I use words like WordPress in 1 hour. The essence of this course is it's a quick and easy tour for beginners in about an hour or less, where people will be up and running in WordPress and be able to edit their own WordPress websites that maybe someone else made for them, or be able to get into their organization's website and update posts, etc. So I tried to capture the essence of that. And then just by using certain words, it scores well on the headline analyzer tool. So what am I talking about? Let's go to coschedule.com headline analyzer tool. And this is a really handy tool. So not just for courses or products, but also for blog posts. I'm going to put in another of my courses. This is Photoshop GIMP Quick and Easy Image Hacks for Beginners. Again, I'm choosing words that basically boil down the essence of what the course is, so people know who it's for, what's the benefit, what are they going to get out of it. Plus it has appropriate keywords like Photoshop and GIMP, etc. And beginners is another important word for people, so it's not going to attract the wrong people that wouldn't like a beginner's course. Anyway, you put in your title, you click the Analyze Now button, and this gets a 61, which isn't bad. It actually could be a bit better, but basically it grades you. So it gave me a 61, and it will tell you about, the words that you chose. So it's saying that I've got some power words, some emotional words, common words, and I don't actually have any uncommon words. Okay, so it basically tells me what kind of headline it is. It's a generic. It tells me about character count, word count. It shows me how it would look like in a Google search, so how it would look with the keywords, etc. And The sentiment is kind of neutral at the moment. So this is an okay score, but in general, you want to try to get something like, I don't know, if you can, I always, as much as I can, I try to get it in the 70s or 80s. You kind of have to play around with it a bit. Sometimes for me, it's more important to get the keywords than to get, this big, powerful score. Let me show you another one. I'm just going to, hang on a minute. Okay, now I am on my own blog, and I don't just make these titles for my courses, but also for my blog posts as well. Not all of them, but most of them, as much as I can, because then they're going to be shared more on social media. Let's try this one. The best New Year's resolution you need to keep. Make a stop-do list. So this was a recent blog article that I wrote, and it actually was quite popular. Okay, so I'm back in co-schedule. Let's put that one in there and let's see what kind of score it gets. Okay, so this one scores a 79 from their analysis, and let's see why this is such a great headline. Okay, they gave me, that looks so nice for a perfectionist like me, an A+. So it's saying that it really likes my balance of word types, common, uncommon, emotional, and power words. And it actually gives me a list. So these are the common words, uncommon words, emotional words, the best, you need to, power words, best and stop, okay? And then we scroll down. It's a time headline. And it does say that my headline is a bit too wordy, but because it's a blog post, that doesn't matter so much. So it's a little bit long, so it could be better. It shows me what it would look like in Google search. And here are the first and last, because when people are reading a block, they tend to notice the first 3 and last 3 words first. And then the sentiment is positive, a positive sentiment. Headlines that convey positive emotion tend to perform the best. They actually say, come up with a positive or negative sentiment, but neutral is kind of blah. So people are more likely to click on your headline or your blog post if it's telling them that something great will happen if they click on it, or something terrible will happen if they dare ignore your blog post. So that's the headline score. I don't think it's almost impossible to get 100 or even in the 90s. I've had a couple of times gotten into the 80s, but in general, I just put down my first thoughts for a headline, and then what you can do is once you have your headline in here, you can change some things around. So I don't know, if I wanted to make this shorter, let's see, the best New Year's resolution you need to keep. So how about, I don't know, the best resolution you need to keep would make it shorter. Make a stop-do list, analyze now. Oh, look at that, an 80. I almost never get an 80. So that actually makes it a bit shorter, which then makes it score higher on the co-schedule headline analyzer tool. Anyway, so take a look in the resources tab. I'll give you this link. I'll give you another analyzer tool that I like to use as well. And just, go through your website, go through your titles. Just remember to keep your search engine optimization keywords intact, but you can play around with the emotional language. Also look at the other link I provide that will give you a list of emotional words that you can use. So once you start doing this, with time, you'll get better and better at coming up with good headlines. So you'll actually start to score higher with practice. So sprinkle these into your website, use them in your social media posts, use them in your banner ads, and watch your clicks and engagement go up, up, up. Good luck, and see you in the next lesson.